be honest with you, I was proud of our kids early because we got down 14-0, and they battled their way back in, got back to 14-7, got back to 14-10. They scored right before the half, and I thought, I thought, we had settled down, and I thought we had gotten our composure. And then, this third quarter, the biggest deal was we could never get their defense off. I mean, 3 or 4 different times in the third and fourth quarter, we had them 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and allowed them to convert on third downs. And if you can't get them off the field like that, then it's going to be tough on your defense because you're going to play all night long.
I'm disappointed, in myself. I thought I could have played better. I thought I could have threw the ball better, made better decisions. So, I'll just go watch the film and be better next week. I got to play better. I'm not going to sit here and speak for everybody. I can't speak for them, that's for sure. But, I got to play better, and, we got to play as an offense. We got to play better.
Squad. I mean, as a team, we never want to lose. We want to go out and win every game. But just losing to them, losing that trophy, the tradition that we're building at both schools, it hurts every time. It's exciting when you have it because you have bragging rights for a whole year. But at the same time, and as seniors, you're never going to get a chance to get that trophy back. Everything, just execution. I feel like we execute well, and we go out and make plays like I know we can. There's no team in the nation that can put that we can't stop. And I feel like me myself, I got to make more plays. I got to make more turnovers, get after the ball. And they ran a good offense. They didn't make very many mistakes. We had 1 turnover. We need to force more.
They got a really outstanding running back, and they've got depth at that position. So they do a great job running the football. Quarterback does a great job on a lot of their gun, run, read option stuff that if you don't cover all the aspects, and then they have all the built-in complementary things that goes along with it, the RPO things where you suck up, you try to stop the run, and then they get chances to take big shots down the field. And, tribute to their offense, they did a very good job. I think they're very disappointed. I think that, they certainly would have loved to have played better and loved to have won the game. But I think that, I think these kids have been remarkably resilient all season long. I think that the courage and the leadership of our seniors, I think they'll bounce back, and we'll get ready for next week. I told them, I said, I loved some of the competition that they did. I thought that they fought. I thought they competed at times. But I think, some of the things, the fundamental things, the busted coverages and the missed tackles and the things that put you behind schedule on the offense, those are self-inflicted. If we'd have played it absolutely 100% perfect, I don't know if we would have beaten them or not. But, you can't. You have a very difficult time winning when you do things to yourself.
I feel like they ran their scheme very well. They obviously have good players. Their quarterback's very good. Their running back's really good. And I feel like me, myself, I had to shoot gas better. We got to make tackles, and we can't shoot ourselves in the foot with penalties and play a good game. We're playing a good team. They didn't make any mistakes to hurt themselves. We got to turn the ball over more and get the ball to our offense more.
Well, I thought the atmosphere was outstanding. Obviously, the crowd was into it, and I think our kids, the preparation during the course of the week, our kids really saw this as a gigantic rivalry and wanted to play well, wanted to win the game. I think the thing that probably makes it as intense of a potential rivalry every single year is the fact that so many of these kids know each other. They've played against each other ever since they were probably in middle school and high school. So, those things, obviously, they give you, an added, anticipation and added, part about trying to win the game.
Yeah, Rashad's one of the guys. He came up to me after the game. He had a pretty good game. I think he had 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and he's a great kid. And he came up to me. I've known him for about 5 years, since he was a freshman at Homestead. And he played a great game, and congrats to that whole team.
Thomas, in the middle of Tuesday's practice, jumped up on a high ball catch and made a great catch and came down. And I think the really obvious, the best news is that it's not something severe. And so, he had to have a little bit of a procedure done, but it's not something where the tendons and the ACL and all those things, there's no damage from that standpoint. They just got to tack it down. It's a little bit of you could call it a stretch or a mild strain and stuff, but they just felt like that to make sure that it healed 100%, and he may actually have a chance to come back for a bowl game.
Yeah, we got to have next man up. I think Bryce, stepped up. We just got to make more plays. I got to make more plays, and I just got to be better. Obviously, the whole team was, it's not like we were upset. Injuries happen in football. So, like I said, we just kind of said next man up and let's go.
Next man up. T.O.'s an excellent athlete, a great receiver, but we have guys on scholarship ready to step in. Losing T.O. is a big thing, but we got great receivers to come up and step up, and I feel like they did a great job.
Yeah, it's a short week. A short week always presents a challenge, but I think this team and these coaches are going to get us ready to go, and we'll tag it.
Yeah, obviously we play on Friday, so I mean, playing a great team like West Kentucky is hard. But I mean, right now we're just trying to focus on fixing the mistakes and focusing on ourselves, fixing on what we did wrong, and then that'll fix itself next week.
We got to do it like just whether you won or whether you lose. I mean, you've got to get ready. It's a short week. We play on Friday this week, so we don't have the luxury of having a day and a half to kind of get over and lick your wounds. I mean, it's got to be like as soon as they get on that bus, it's got to be we got to turn the page and start getting ready tomorrow for Western Kentucky.
I feel like we just play together. With every game we play with, we play together and we don't quit. That's one thing that we strive on in the fourth quarter. I feel like we dialed down and we try to fight as hard as we can. Obviously, we didn't come out with the results we wanted today, but nobody put their heads down. I mean, even when they were up 20, 21 points, guys were fighting until the last whistle. Even when the whistle was over, guys kept their heads up because they knew they gave it all they had.